YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet. And this is Madden 18 Dallas Cowboys franchise, and this is the Cowboys Insider. This is episode 39, and we are getting ready to take a look here at week 16, which we just finished. And hopefully you guys will be able to see that video. I'll try to leave a link in that eye up there for that episode if you guys have not seen it yet. It was up yesterday. But if you haven't seen it, well, this is a quick refresher of let you guys know just kind of the idea of what happened in that game, and give you guys a quick preview of week 17, which will be at home finally after this long 4 weeks being on the road. We'll be at home against the Lions. But this game here that we played against the Eagles, it was a classic Eagles game. A lot of defense there. And of course Prescott there, not one of his best playing games there, but at the same time there were some things that he had one little snafu that was the interception, but it wasn't taken back for a pick six or anything, but yet it was still an interception, and that was probably the only thing that really kind of ruined his day. Running game wise, we had 125 yards there from Ezekiel with that one rushing touchdown there. Defense, we had to give them, they're pretty much our MVPs of this game because they only gave up 3 points there, and there was quite a few times there they were on the goal line, and the Eagles were able, were up far enough to get to the goal line there, and then we were able to stop them when it came to the running game. We also stopped, the run their run with the Garrett Blunt, who's our main focus. Now Pompley Jr., who was the backup, he had a big run there of about, I want to say about 45 yards or so. But we from the get-go there, after that, we pretty much had him contained and controlled. We really didn't let what's his name throw too much. Take a look at the defensive numbers there. Nischek, the Wyatt Nischek, our rookie from this past season that we drafted, he did a great job there. He had 2 back-to-back sacks there on Carson Wentz. He did a great job there. So really true, I think I really have to say the defense did a great job there, keeping us in the game and letting us get in that one rush touchdown we got to give us that 10-point lead, and help us out there in that game. So that was really nice. And then of course we tacked on another 3 points to make it 13, and we won by 10, 13-3. So pretty much nice game there for defense, and we're hoping that this week will be a little different. We're playing against the Lions. We'll talk about that here in just a bit. But yeah, this coming week, I think I've been told, at least been told by a couple coaches. I haven't been told by Garrett himself, but at least talking around the complex there, and even talking to Jerry Jones, there's a good chance that Dak will play the first quarter, and then after that, he will probably set out for the rest of the game and hand it over to Cooper Rush and company. Now, they're not saying it's a throwaway game. They want to get Cooper Rush some snaps in there, get him going, and he had a couple games there he did play in, and he did pretty well. And they want to see what he can do, and also to get some time here with some of the second stringers there on the team and get them going there and get them started, and see what they can do there in this one, because the Cowboys feel like this is going to be not much of a walk. Not saying it's going to be a walk in the park game, but they have pretty good feelings in this game. As the Lions right now, the Lions are trying to fight for a playoff spot. Now, don't get me wrong there. But they, at least by the scouting report, says that we pretty much can throw over them this week, and that is something that they've been working on during practice this week, against the first string against the second string, when it comes to scouting and stuff like that. So they're going to be trying to work on that and try to see what they can do. We'll see what the Lions numbers here and their stats here, or their standings here in just a bit. But take a look here at the current standings right now. The Steelers right now lead in the NFC, or in the AFC North. Let's take a look at the AFC South. Titans there, 7-8, 8-7, 7-8. Jaguars 6-9. Colts, and 5-10 Texans there in that one. Look at the AFC East. Patriots there, 12-13, or excuse me, 12-3 there for the season. Bills for a while there were doing a great job, but they've now skid 5 straight. Yeah, they've been having a tough break here. They were right in the pace there with the Patriots, but since they lost those 5 games in a row, has not looked too good. Of course, the Patriots winning 6 in a row. So take a look here at the AFC West, and you see the Broncos and Chargers neck and neck right now. I don't know if they are head-to-head this week, but there is a good chance here we could have a 2-team tie, and it'll come down to a tiebreaker of who beat who earlier this season. So take a look at the NFC North. The Vikings and you see the Lions right there, 8-7. The Vikings 9-6, and the Lions would like to get a win off of us, and hope and pray that the Vikings are defeated this week here in Week 17. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. Looking on here to the NFC South, and there you see Falcons 10-5, Panthers 9-6, Saints 9-6, and the Bucks are 3-11-1, and they'll get the looks like they're going to get this second round overall pick there in this upcoming draft coming up. Browns, of course, will get the number 1 draft as they have a really horrible record this year. Won a couple games, but still in the bottom of the barrel there in the overall standings. 11-4 there for the Seahawks. They won just last week. Rams won 3 straight, 7-7-1. Cardinals 6-8-1, and the 49ers 4-11. They have lost 4 straight now, and they're trying to see if they can stop that by trying to win this final game of the season. As you see there, they're ranked 30th in the league. Now, take a look at the AFC overall, and of course the Patriots are right up there, along with the Broncos and Chargers and Steelers. There you see right there, those 2 teams are still trying to decide who's going to the AFC West. Of course, Patriots, the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through New England if you're an AFC team. Yeah, so you're going to have to face them eventually. And then you see the Browns there, 12-13 there. I think 1. But there you see for the NFC, 14-1. There you see us, 11-4 for the Seahawks, 10-5 there for the Falcons. And we played both of those teams this year, and we could see one of those 2 teams again, but this time it'll be in Dallas, depending on how far we get into the playoffs here. And then there you see the rest of your NFC teams there. So some pretty good matchups, it looks like, could happen coming up next week in the wild card round, and then throughout the playoffs. So some pretty good games coming up here. Like I said, the Lions there, 8-7. They have lost a game last week, and they really were hoping to win that one, but unfortunately came up short, and now have to pretty much put all men on hand here, as they were trying to get a 9th win here and try to hope and pray that the Vikings will lose. Now, they won against the Vikings there back in, looks like, week 7. So if they can win this game here against us, they would have the tiebreaker. If it happens that they win this game against us, which is, like I said, we're gonna try to avoid that. But they would have the tiebreaker if the by chance if the Vikings do lose their game. So they would have the tiebreaker, and then of course they would take on and be the NFC North Division champions. But there you see they lost against the Cardinals there, 48-27. That one for us looks like passing this week is going to be pretty much, looks like we could possibly throw over their heads. We can go deep. We can have the vertical game and challenge them deep, as they don't really have too many secondary threats opposed to all the other teams, with the exception of Darius Jr. there. He is a potential threat for us, but that'd be only on one side of the ball, and I would imagine he will probably be facing up against Dez Bryant. So that means all the other receivers would have a great chance here to have an excellent game and getting themselves in position to have probably close to 100 yards in the game. So that would be nice. That's something we haven't seen from this offense for a while now, as we've been throwing a lot of the short and intermediate game because of Dak Prescott's passing. And of course, not to mention, you got to also add in there, mixed in there some bad blocking there from us. Bryce Petty, the quarterback, the second string quarterback there for the Lions, he will not be in the game there. He's going to be out for the remainder of the season there. Achilles tear there. Ouch. So we will not see him in the game. Not much of a threat there, but they do have Matthew Stafford, who is a guy who loves throwing the football, and he loves doing the no huddle. So that's something we're going to have to look forward to here going into this week's game. Now, as for Darius Slade Jr., 87 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a forced fumble there from him. We'll try to see if we can avoid throwing to him if all can be, if he's a good man-to-man corner. So like I said, he's going to be probably matched up pretty well against Dez Bryant. So if we do have Bryant, we have to have Bryant in, I would say, a short passing capacity, maybe some intermediate passing there for us, but for the most part, we'll try to keep him somewhere in screen passes, kind of curl routes, stuff like that. As for Golden Tate, you see 69 receptions, 1,116 yards, 10 touchdowns this season. He has a 1,000-yard year, and he's doing very well there for the Lions. 8-year man for Notre Dame, and there you see his numbers there. Great speed, great route running, and great catching traffic there. So he is definitely a guy that could do something. As for Kenny Godwell, also too, 72 receptions, 116 yards passing or catching, and 4 touchdowns there for him. Great traffic there. He can catch it. He can hold on to it. He gets hit. Speed and acceleration is right on top notch there. Matthew Stafford, a great arm there. Great short route and also intermediate. We'll probably won't see him throw too deep, but when he does throw deep, he's almost pretty good. He's pretty accurate in a lot of ways. There you see 82 accuracy in deep passing. If he finds an open man, he is going to be on target. So we got to try to keep all the receivers in check when it comes to that, like Godwell and Tate. But he has a 106.5 rating, passing rating, 4,451 yards, 38 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 50 sacks, and a 63% completion rating there for Matthew Stafford. Then other defensive guys here, we got Ezekiel. There you see here, right in, and he has 80 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, fumble recovery there, I should say, and a block kick. So he is definitely a guy that we're going to have to really watch out there on the line there, make sure he doesn't get a hold of our quarterback, but also doesn't get a hold of our running back. And I think we may, in a majority for the while there in the first half, it's going to be really a lot of running dominant. We're going to run a lot. If we can find some mismatches there in passing, then we'll try to take advantage of those and then get us down the field. But really to help Dak out in that first quarter, and even Cooper Rush going into the second quarter and into the second half, running is going to be very, very important. And pretty much all 3 guys will have to be used in this situation. But that is it for this episode of the Cowboys Insider this week. Let's take a look there. Week 17, we're going to be in action at home in Jerry World, and we'll see if we can bring a 15th win for our season here and wrap up the regular season and get ready for these playoffs coming up. So that is it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed today's episode of Cowboys Insider, leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Check us out there. Let's try to get like 50 likes for this video. Also, too, don't forget to stay tuned for episode for the next episode of this series here, which will be Week 17 against the Lions. If you guys enjoyed today's, or if you guys want more information on this series and on ESGNet, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Check us out there for the latest news and events on what's going on here on the channel and what is going on in the world of sports gaming in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more Dallas Cowboys football here on the channel. That's it for me, and we'll see you guys next time.